Warning, this may contain some spoilers of Season 4 special of the Lego Monkey Kid. If you haven't watched it, please, I advise you not to watch this video, but if you're still here and you want to watch it, please enjoy the video. After the world was saved and everything calmed down a little, MK and the others went to the beach. I mean, they deserved it after all. They saved the world once again, and they deserved a little bit of relaxation. While they were having fun, enjoying their time at the beach, one of the people there weren't so happy. It was Liena. Of course she wasn't. Her father just died and she had to witness everything that happened. The poor thing was probably traumatized, scared, upset about everything that happened. And the others knew that, so they tried to give her some space. But one of them really wasn't that type of person, and that was Red Sun. Even though he didn't show his comfort side a lot, he did in his own little way. At least, he tried to, at least. Red Sun noticed Liena sitting by a tree. She was sitting by herself, alone. She did answer here and there to some of the people, but mostly shook or nodded her head. She was clearly upset, and he knew it. He didn't know how to help her or anything, but he wanted to try. At least. Wasn't the best thing he could do, right? So he decided to walk over to her and sat down next to her. And he just stayed silent for a moment and then he spoke up. Hey, monkey girl, I know I'm not the best at this, but are you alright? Red Sun asked, as best as he could to be genuinely nice and polite. But it was kind of hard to since he was always, a hothead. Yeah, I'm fine, Red Sun. You don't have to worry about me. I'm okay. Liena said as the best she could, trying to hold back her tears. She was clearly upset and just devastated. Red Sun sighed and he gently touched her shoulder as a way of comforting her, I guess. Monkey girl, I know for a fact that you're not fine. You're literally sulking under a tree. Literally. But you don't have to go through this alone, you know this, right? And I'm sure your father wouldn't want this. Red Sun stated as he looked at her. She looked kind of surprised. Red Sun was trying to comfort her? This is new. Red Sun, I know, but I need to be alone. She was almost on the verge of tears and Red Sun noticed, but he gently pulled her in close and tried to comfort her the best he could. I know you are. You want to be alone, and I understand that, but just know we're all here for you. You're not alone in this. And your father wouldn't want you to be alone at all. I'm sure he wouldn't. I mean, he saved the world for all of us, but he did it for you. I know he did. He wanted to make you happy. And Liena was kind of surprised that Red Sun of all people was trying to comfort her. I mean, this wasn't expected, but kind of surprising. But it was kind of funny to her, so she was kind of starting to laugh a little, and he noticed. Hey, are you laughing at me? How dare you! I'm trying to comfort you and you're laughing at me! Red Sun shouted at her, and Liena noticed and she gently touched his shoulder. No. I'm not laughing at you. I'm grateful that you're trying to help, Red Sun. I'm really glad that you are. And I'm glad that you're trying your best. This is kind of surprising that you're not the type of person that's, well, comforting in a way. But you're trying, and I'm grateful for that. Liena said as she cracked a tiny little smile. Red Sun noticed, and he just smirked a little. As always, he's the type of person that would do that. Oh! I so knew that. I totally knew what I was doing. Right. Red Sun stuttered a little as he rubbed his neck out of embarrassment. His cheeks flushed red a little as Liena laughed at him a bit more. Oh my god, Red Sun, please stop. This is so... Oh my gosh. Liena laughed a bit, but she sighed and she looked over at him. Thanks, Red Sun. I really needed that. You're not the best at this, but I'm glad you're trying. Liena said with a smile on her face. Red Sun looked at her and he cracked a little smile. He was happy to help, well, tried to be helpful as much as he could, but, you know, what can you do? Red Sun wasn't the best at the comforting parts, but at least he tried. Oh, are you guys coming or not? We're going to play volleyball! May shouted at Red Sun and Liena where they were sitting at. They were getting ready to all play volleyball together, which, it could be fun, right? So Red Sun got up from his spot and he looked over at Liena. He gently offered his hand to her. So, Monkey Girl, well, I mean, Liena, do you think you're willing to play with us? Red Sun said politely to her as best as he could. Liena kind of smiled at this and gently took his hand. Yeah, sure. I would love to play volleyball with you all. It might take my mind off of all this, Liena said as Red Sun helped her up from her spot. Well, come on! You guys are taking too long! May groaned. Liena and Red Sun laughed at this a little bit. It was kind of funny to see her this irritated in a way. All right, May, we're coming! Liena shouted to May as Red Sun gently led her to the volleyball area where they were all going to play at. As this was going on, Wukong and Macaque were looking at each other kind of surprised. Red Sun trying to comfort Liena? Huh, that was a first. Well then, that was kinda new, Macaque said as he looked at Wukong a little. His ears twitched a bit over confusion, but who knows? Maybe he was just trying to be nice. Oh, come on, Macaque. Let Red Sun help her. She really needs it. The poor kid is so traumatized after what happened. I kind of feel bad for her, Wukong said to Macaque as he lowered his head a little. He felt so bad for what happened to Liena. She didn't need to see that. She didn't deserve any of this to happen, nor to anyone else, mostly Liena. She loved her father, and all this that happened. The poor thing was probably so traumatized by all this and everyone else. Hey, it's okay, Wukong. It's not your fault. I mean, at least Azure did the right thing in the end. Right? Macaque said as he gently touched Wukong's shoulder. He kind of flinched a little, but he looked over at him and cracked a tiny little smile. Yeah, right. Azure did the right thing in the end. But I'm kind of still worried about Liena and everything. I don't know if she's ever going to be okay after this, Wukong said as he just grew silent. He didn't know what else to say at this point. But Macaque sighed and he just shook his head a little. Wukong, Liena is a strong girl. She can handle this. It's gonna take some time, I know, and she might not be fully okay at first, but she'll get better. She'll be alright, I promise. Macaque said to Wukong as he cracked a smile a little. Wukong looked at him for a moment and smiled back as the two watched the others play volleyball together. It was peaceful then. It was quiet and enjoyable, and the world was at peace.